Spray-on terpenes. It's one of those things in the space that we are in that will kind of shudder you a little bit, make you feel uncomfy, maybe even put a pit in your stomach, similar to when they hit the second tower. It is a feeling of dread that personally I feel for no specific reason other than I'm not educated about it and it does not seem like it should be done. But a lot of people are spraying on terpenes. It's a common practice in dispos to spray on those lost terpenes that you lose during the over drying stage, possibly not having your shit together and even messing with the impressions that people will get from your flower, creating something that was not supposed to be. And that's kind of what I want to talk about in today's video. I was reminded of spray-on terpenes. I can't remember if I was listening to a radio ad, because weed advertisements are fucking huge now. I can't remember if I was listening to a podcast or what, but I was reminded of spray-on terpenes, and I got that uncomfortable feeling in my stomach, and I wanted to know a little bit more about what I was talking about when it came to spray-on terpenes, other than it's not natural, so you shouldn't do it. So let's get into it. First off, are spray-on terpenes natural terpenes rather than synthetic terpenes? I'm sure it depends, but what I do know is when I looked up spray-on terpenes to get information on it, you can buy bottles of it on Amazon. So this is something that not only is something that companies are doing, but quite possibly your guy down the road who takes care of you, or someone you know who is a caregiver, could possibly be doing, or someone could be doing it to their personal stash and honestly kind of wrecking the whole thing, giving a quite possibly false impression of competence when it comes to their growing. So I wanted to read up a little bit about it, go over some of these points here on this article. I'll put a link in the description down below if you guys want to read it for yourself and learn about this whole thing. But they go over a couple things of how to do it properly, mixing and whatever, and then they go over if it's safe, and it says, unfortunately, scientific studies on the inhalation of terpene additives are not conclusive. In preliminary studies, terpenes have found that heated terpenes may produce toxic chemicals. Adding too much of the terpene can create a harsh smoking, vaping, or dabbing experience. If you use terpene spray, read the safe use instructions and warnings on the package before using the terp spray. No need to shake the spray before using it. Follow the directions to ensure you spray a quick and homogeneous pass over your buds without spraying a concentrated amount on a particular area. That sounds a lot like this can very easily become a poison in the wrong hands. This isn't something that should be regulated, in my opinion. It's just one of those things that should not be done. If you can grow quality cannabis, which everyone has the capability of doing, you should not need terpene additives. It does not make any sense. Also, the fact that you need to be very careful in the application process to make sure that you are not going to poison your friends. You want to know what doesn't have a warning label on it? Natural terpenes. You want to know why? Because they're supposed to be there, and it's a lot more healthy for you than any other drug on the market. Just natural terpenes to get you natural, good effects from, and honestly just benefit your life. And I'm not just talking about the plant we all know and love. I'm also talking about terpenes from oranges, limes, lemons, fruits, vegetables, everything. All of that has terpenes, and you can extract something from each one of them. But you should not spray on terpenes onto our plants any more than you should spray terpenes onto an orange. It just does not make any sense. You're not gaining anything. The only thing you might be gaining is the positive effects from the terpenes, but you can get those if you learn how to grow it. But besides that, man, I didn't read very much of this article. I got very heated very fast. Are terpenes legal? Terpenes are the botanical source are legal in the United States. Terpenes are commonly used in the fragrance and food industry. They can be safe to consume as long as the terpene levels do not exceed the recommended concentration, since they may produce harmful side effects in high doses. And anything that can produce harmful side effects in high doses, like concentrated terpenes, can cause negative effects through your life, which is why you shouldn't overindulge. You should use everything in mediocrity. Is that the right term for it? Moderation. Mediocrity. Use it in moderation. Let's see what their final thoughts are. Let's get their opinion on this. Final thoughts on spraying terpenes on weed. Terpene sprays can be a great way to add extra flavor to your meals, bud, or extracts. However, the best way to get incredible and natural terpene aromas is to grow or buy high terpene cannabis. There is no substitute for the naturally delivered cannabis terpenes, which is my take. So respect for this article for not being brainwashed or skewed in one direction simply for the false quality. And giving rewards verbally or in writing to corporations that have sour intentions. So shout out to them. Cannabis Training University. What are your thoughts on spraying on terpenes? Is it something you've done in the past? Have you smoked or used spray on terpenes before? I really want to know your takes in the comments section. This is something that I was kind of reminded of just in passing, and I was reminded that it's not something I know a lot about, so I wanted to hop online and absorb some information and kind of give my view on the whole situation. Obviously, it shouldn't be done. It seems like these guys agree. Let me know what you think. Is it not a big deal? Could not be a big deal. I tend to overreact about these kinds of things, but let me know what you think in the comment section. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, completely free. You get notified every time I upload. If you like this video, leave a like. It really helps out in the algorithm getting this video to more people. And smoke some weed and have a good day. I will see you next time. Thank you very much.